The White House has responded to the Ohio governor's request for a major disaster declaration after the train derailment disaster in East Palestine, Ohio. It says that FEMA will review any request from Governor Mike DeWine for federal help. Nearly 5 months have passed since the disaster. Governor DeWine submitted that request on Monday, saying that Norfolk Southern could stop paying for the cleanup at any time, and it was the last possible day for him to make that request. So trying to cover all bases, I suppose. Hilary Flint is with us now. She's a member of the Unity Council for the East Palestine train derailment. Hilary, as always, thank you. First, your reaction to the emergency declaration, the timing of it coming in at the last minute here.
Well, my first reaction is, it's been too long. But we were very, very happy that it happened. As you know, we had gone to Columbus. We've been in contact with his office. We had a petition going asking him to do this. And when it came down to the wire, we were all really, really concerned it wouldn't happen, but happy that it ultimately did.
Is there a concern that Norfolk Southern will stop paying for the cleanup and for some of the issues that are ongoing and lingering?
100%. Norfolk Southern already isn't paying for a lot of things for residents outside of that 1 to 2 mile radius. So I'm constantly fighting for help here in Pennsylvania for the towns that were affected, Eden Valley and Darlington Township. So they're already not completely handling what's going on here. And just this week, they have filed lawsuits against some of the people who owned the chemicals in the rail cars. So we're watching them actively, try to push blame. And I think that ultimately that really is why DeWine was comfortable making this ask, because there's still so many unknowns. They just started cleaning up the waterways. So 5 months out, we're really not near the finish line, even though some of Norfolk Southern's media has been pushing that.
Right, and some would see some of their actions recently as a deflection from the bigger issues. What more would you like to see from Norfolk Southern, those that you talk to in the community, to show they're in it for the long haul?
Yeah, right now we're pushing for indoor air quality testing. So that's something that we are working with some local politicians on. They did not do a lot of indoor air testing, even in East Palestine, let alone the neighborhoods within 5 miles. So we're really, really pushing for that. And then obviously we've been fighting for relocation, and not just hotel rooms, but some type of, more permanent relocation for people, since there are so many unknowns.
This disaster declaration asks for federal funds. The president has still not been to East Palestine. Is that a visit that would be welcomed?
I'm very disappointed about that. And at this point, I don't think it will do anything. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that he still hasn't been here. To not even send the vice president is shocking to me. Not even to send Jill Biden, shocking to me. So at this point, I think we're past the point of no return in that hope and need for a presidential visit.
If you had the opportunity to speak with the president and his senior staff about what you and others have experienced, the frustrations you are still facing, what would you say?
That would be a long conversation, but I think number one, I would say, please stop allowing these corporations to make decisions that affect people's lives. And number two, I would say, as someone, who is a passionate voter, I'm very disappointed in how our federal government has handled this.
Will this change how you vote come 2024?
Oh, absolutely. I think that this will change very much. I think it's going to encourage a lot of people to vote again in our area, at least. And there's definitely a few people that, will be passionately supporting anyone who's running against them.
Did you vote for Biden the first time around?
Yeah, and I will admit that I did. I'm a registered Democrat, which is very different than a lot of people in my area. And so for me to see this unfold, it's more disappointing than I think a lot of the community members. I think they expected it. I'm more so kind of just really shocked.
It's really telling. Hilary, you're always generous with your time. Thank you for being with us once again.
Thank you, Marni. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.